Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Canelo Alverez. Get this. Canelo's two-fight deal with Dazn done. Bivol on May 7th and Golovkin on September 17th. Canelo Alverez has officially returned to Dazn. BoxingScene.com has confirmed that the Mexican superstar has agreed to a lucrative two-fight deal with the streaming service that once signed him to a 10-fight contract that could have been worth $365 million. The undisputed super middleweight champion will box unbeaten WBA light heavyweight champion Dmitry Bivol on May 7th, and then if the favorite fighter beats Bivol, he will finally face rival Gennady Golovkin for the third time September 17th. Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing will be the primary promoter for each Alverez fight. Okay, Mike Coppinger was the first to report Friday afternoon that Alvarez's two-fight deal had been solidified. An official announcement could come at some point Friday, though it already has been delayed. T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas is the front-runner to the host to Canelo Bivol bout, which will be contested at the light heavyweight limit of 175 pounds, but other venues are under consideration. If Alverez 57-1-2 and 39 KOs gets by Bivol, which is 19-0 with 11 KOs, and Golovkin 41-1-1 and 36 defeats Japan's Ryoto Murata in their middleweight title unification fight on the undetermined date, Alverez and Golovkin would fight against each other in a super middleweight championship match for 4 months later. Of course, we know Gennady Golovkin is committed to fight Murata next. Then they were supposed to square off December 29th in Japan, but their 12-round, 160-pound title bout was postponed indefinitely due to an increase in COVID-19 cases in Japan. Well, let me counterpunch. I think Canelo Alvarez felt more comfortable with the platforms. I think he went to Al Haymon. He got that money over there. Before that, he was with Dazn. So with Dazn, then Haymon, he kind of weighed the options, and he decided to go the route of Dazn. And you can't help but to realize where the influence is coming from, okay? Eddie Hearn and Canelo Alvarez have a great relationship. They built a relationship even before they were actually officially directly working together, right? I think Eddie Hearn wanted Canelo from the start, ever since Rocky Fielding, okay? Then Rocky Fielding, then Callum Smith, and, you know, a lot of fighters, been Billy Joe. And a lot of these fights came, and Oscar De La Hoya sit there and thought, well, hey, I got the best talent, I'm giving him the most money. But little did he know that his fighter was looking at the other promoter and seeing how the other promoter was doing things. Okay, that's just how it is. You know, people are aware of other people's work or accomplishments and how they carry themselves and what their protocol is when it comes to getting things done. And I think Canelo liked it. Now it makes sense to me that Eddie Hearn has lost two purse bids. Why? He's lost two purse bids in other smaller fights because he knows he's after the big fish. If you see, he used to talk about AJ a lot, and you don't really see him talking about that a lot, or really much about anything a lot, especially when it comes down to talent, because he knew that I'm going to sink the big fish. The big fish is Canelo Alvarez, okay? If it's not Anthony Joshua, it's Canelo Alvarez. Okay, it's more Canelo Alvarez now than any other time because Anthony Joshua just suffered an L to Alexander Usyk, which messed the money up, I feel, in the heavyweight division, unless AJ pulls something out, and we'll see that coming soon, but we don't know. So Eddie Hearn has been quiet, and we see now why. Okay, now we're talking about the fights at hand. We have Bivol on May 7th and Golovkin on September 17th. I think, honestly, that should have been flipped. I think Golovkin should have been May 7th, and I think Bivol should be the man with the end of the prize on the 17th. Why? Golovkin's older, and the longer you wait, the better chances Canelo has. You got a man that hasn't fought in probably 2 years, right? He's supposed to fight last year. And COVID pushed that back, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well, why would Golovkin just want to fight one time and it's at the end of the year and then that fight didn't even happen? So you got a guy that will be 40 years old by the time he fights him. And by the time he fights him, he would be 40 and a half. Okay. So it's crazy. And to me, I think it's easier for Canelo. Let's get this tough fight out of the way by a technically sound, quick, taller, faster guy in Bivol. Let's get that out. And then we'll worry about Golovkin. Because Golovkin, depending on what he has left, you may have some ring rust. You may have a lot of things going on with Golovkin. You may have one spectacular fight and ultimately he loses again. He still is a lot older. When they fought the second time, I think the second time they fought was in 18. So, it's, wow. That was 4 years ago. So, and he's even that much older on that. But it just shows you again where Canelo Alverez is most comfortable. And I think Eddie Hearn was playing this the whole time. It was anticipating Canelo signing back with Dazn. The prices on it, I think it's like $59 for current customers and then $79 for new customers. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, you get a subscription and then you still have to pay an addition. Well, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? So that's a totally different thing. I don't like that because that was supposed to have been Dazn, the whole, hey, yeah, pay now or pay every month so you can get everything that you need. But since Dazn has expanded, you know what happens. They expand, so they start to rise their prices. Capitalism, it happens. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Canelo Alverez officially signing back with Dazn for 2 fights with Dmitry Bivol and Gennady Golovkin. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.